Hi everybody. So today we're gonna be roughhousing with red. I'm still working on what I want to call it, but roughhousing with red, running with red. I don't know. I need help. I'm gonna take a poll. So if any of you follow me on Instagram, there will be a poll and you will have helped title this video. So basically, I always have nose itches in these videos. You guys are gonna know me as the nose itch girl. Anyways, so playing with red today. I don't normally do this, so this is a first for the both of us. Sorry, I'm just like cleaning off this little palette. The palette I'm going to use that has a whole honey bunches of oats of reds is the Morphe palette. I will show you guys, if I don't drop it and ruin it, we'll show you guys what it looks like on the inside. Oh. The only thing I don't like about Morphe palettes is like none of these have names. So like when I'm doing this tutorial, I'm just gonna go boop 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 boop. I can't give you names. So it's like how, especially because this is backwards to you. So if you're holding it to your face, what I'm pointing is over here. You see is on your left. Okay, it's on my left too. Maybe I'm just... I swear I'm smart and I have a degree. All right, I'm back. All right, I just grabbed a whole bunch of my palettes because I like to have fun. All right, cool. So actually, cute little story of how I got this Morphe palette. My old roommate, Kaylee, her mom gave it to me. She was like, these colors don't work on my face, so you can have them. And I was like, okay. She's sweet, and I'll always remember and be thankful because she has contributed to this video. So, again, we're calling this roughhousing with red or whatever we end up calling it. But basically the point is that I don't know what I'm doing yet. I mean, I do. Like, I know how to put it on my face, which is how I'm gonna show you, but I don't know where this look is going, is more what I mean. I do have to say black scares me. I'm gonna stay away from that black on the bottom, because that is an intense black. Like, it is blacker than the packaging itself. That scares me. If you see that it's used and you're like, Milena, you're a liar, you used that black. I used it last Halloween, okay? I'm sorry. Anyways. So, I did my face makeup already. I did my eyebrows already. We're basically going to just dive right in. Alright, I'm trying to look for the right brush. I have so many brushes. There's so many brushes. Let's just honestly, you know what? You know what? So many damn brushes. All right, we're just gonna go in with, honestly, it doesn't have a name. It's the Naked brush. It's the brush from the Naked palettes, not this one, this fluffy guy on the end. So we're just gonna go in, and I think I'm gonna go with like a gold and red look. So I'm looking at all my golds. I also have this wonderful little honey ColourPop palette. So I'm looking at the yellows in this. These are very pigmented. I've had people actually ask me about them, and if you are of a darker complexion, they'll still look good on you because that's the exact question I got. Don't think I'm just bringing that up for no reason. If you are very light complexion, I actually don't know how these will look on you. Somebody also asked me if some of them look like you just like poofed pollen on your face. Some of them, yes. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, some of them look like you just with like a flower, a heavy pollinated flower. You're gonna see me do a lot of weird stuff in my videos. FYI, I'm very strange. So I think we're just gonna go in with the very light, my almost nudish shade and just cover my whole lid. My entire lid. I'm gonna go heavy far up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm going pretty far up there. That is because this color is almost gonna have nothing to do with the end product. So we're doing that color basically just to create a base for myself. This ensures that all of your colors go on evenly, that all of your colors should be the same color. Like, it won't be one color on this eye and one color on that eye. Don't ask me why that happens, but I know it does. Okay, so next, I think we're gonna go in, I don't know if I told you this, reds scare me in general, so do blacks. But we're gonna make it work. We're gonna do this thing. Still don't know what I'm doing. I told you guys, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I like to bounce around a lot in palettes. Let's take this one out so it doesn't drop. This is the Naked palette, the first one. I love it. We're going to use Half Baked, which is like my favorite gold color, across the lid. I like to kind of pat it in and make sure that I'm creating the proper shape of just my eyelid. Not going any further up, just my eyelid. And I think that patting it really gets that pigment on there, gets it to stick. So you know you're doing it right. So you can even see my line, where it ends and where it goes into the next thing. So, little pro tip from me, the most pigmented part should honestly be from halfway through your lid into your eye, the tear duct, into the corner of your eye. Because oftentimes you will end up covering that half closest to the outer part of your eye with another color. Okay, cool. So this is where we're gonna go into red because I'm just gonna dive in. So here, Nelly, call me crazy. Call me crazy. All right, we're gonna go in with literally a bow. That red. You can see it on the brush if it will zoom. It's intense. It's intenser than that looks. All right, so we're just gonna do it. That was my way of, it's like dipping your foot in before you jump into the pool. Yeah, that was me. All right, sweet. FYI, it's heavily pigmented. I'll clean that up afterward. All right. Let's just get this thing in here. Anywho, so you're going in to the entire area almost with the red. Let's do it. I do have to say the Morphe palettes are very pigmented. They are pretty dusty. I don't know how else to put that, as you said. As you saw, I mean. The powder dusts. So my suggestion to avoid that. Woo! You saw that. Tap it off a little so that when you do those whisk motions, it doesn't just all over your makeup like it did to me. That is also why, whether you can tell or not, I am creating my line here and moving this way, because if it whisks that way, I don't mind, because that's the direction I'm going anyways. You basically want to build color slowly. That's a big mistake with bright colors, with heavily pigmented colors. People just kind of go in and they just do it. No, build slowly. Build your color up, especially because if you do a lot in a little amount of time, then you're stuck with it. Just like you're stuck watching this video. Okay, so now you can see this one's darker than that one, so you're gonna watch me fast forward this, and I'm gonna keep building my color here. So I have about even color. I'm gonna do maybe a touch more on this side. Alrighty. So then with a different brush. So this is the smudger from Moda Pro. I really like their textured handles. They feel good, honestly. So it's the BMX 402. I'm basically just gonna use that. It's literally known as a smudger, but I'm gonna do that for right here. Right between where my red meets my gold, all of those areas, I'm kind of just gonna smudge a little bit. You don't have to be too concerned about it, because you will go in to the crease anyways with a color. I just like the fade to be really clean. So basically the most important part of that is going between the red and the gold. Kind of smudge the gold towards the red if I were you. Cool. Oh, I am gonna very, very, very quickly just kind of boop, 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 fix my highlighter over here, because I'll mess that up. If you want to know what products I'm using, go watch my other video. Otherwise, just watch me do this for a hot sec. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So now for creases. Sometimes I use the Naked Palette brush, the smaller side, the less poofy side. Today, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of a thicker crease. So I am going to use my crease brush, again, Moda Pro, awesome little handles. This is the BMX 430. This one's a little thicker, if you see. It's also shaped to kind of fit into your crease. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. So now, the most important thing, I think, in finding a crease color is something that's going to be dark enough that your crease pops, but also not too dark and not too out there that it doesn't look like it's going with your look. So, let's see. I'm thinking like a brown of sorts, but like a reddish brown, which, trust me, this Morphe palette covers everything. I think we're gonna go in with, yeah, I think we're gonna go in with this color. It is the second to last color, closest on the black side, on the second to last row. It is a brownish, reddish, almost like a burnt clay kind of color. Again, we've already learned it is dusty. So we're literally gonna go into the crease. The crease is There, it's where your eye makes a crease. Yes, quite that simple, I promise. So yeah, we're just gonna follow that crease. And honestly, just drag the color up from the crease slightly. Cool. So, I'm gonna take you out of my thing real quick. So you can see I still have red going on. I still have the gold. And I have the crease. So, as you can see, red, crease, gold, all in unison, all not looking crazy. Obviously, my highlight is getting a little messed up. Okay, so moving on. So this is the line brush, again, Moda Pro. I'm honestly gonna bring a little bit of the red down underneath my eye because I feel like I lost it a little bit. So this tiny little fine brush, you can see the red on the end. You just want to follow your lash line, just a tiny bit. Right underneath the eye. It's also a great way to kind of make like definitive lines on the end over here. Just kind of sink. You've got to commit to a line, girl. Commit to a line. All right. And we have greatly committed to that line over there. Sweet. Now, lastly, I'm going to take a Luxie brush. This is 250, the large eye blending brush. And I'm actually gonna use this with nothing from the Morphe palette. I'm gonna go back to my Naked palette and I'm gonna go get that Virgin color, the lightest color all the way at the end over here. And I'm going to dust that in between my eyebrow and the color. I'm using a large blending brush because I like my color along the top to kind of just look like it's fading out. I'm okay with the harsh lines on the sides. I think those are sexy and nice, but I'd rather the top kind of look like it's blending out. So, I use the blending brush because it does a good job of doing that. Now, I have a lighter color underneath my eyebrows, makes my eyebrows pop. We have the blending going on towards the outsides of my eyes and the top of the colored pigmented areas. Again, just to diminish harsh lines. Again, if you wanted to, I like the Naked color a little bit just to kind of trace along where you put that definitive line. Basically saying, I will have no red further than here. Okay. Okay. All right, cool. Lastly, I'm gonna do a little color in the corners of my eyes to kind of make that pop. If anything, you could go in and add a lighter gold right in the center. I might do it. You know what? Let's do it. So, if we're gonna do that, I'm not even gonna use the same half-baked that I used for the mid part of my lid. I'm actually gonna go in, we ended up using this Honey. So we're gonna go into the Honey. There's a color called Queen Bee. It's a very rustic gold. I don't know how else to put that. That is this color. And we are literally going to plop that on the, I call it the highest point of your eyeball. Plop that right in there, not going up too high because then you'll start hitting the red pigmented tone, but you can see what a difference that made just from this side to that side. That gives me a bam in the middle of my eye, where again, your eye is the highest. Just like the idea of contouring, the highest points of your face, you want to pow more than the others. So we're gonna pack that in there. Can you tell? Can you tell I did it? And I'm literally doing it in almost like a tiny little section, and it's funny how up close you can see it so much less, but then in pictures, like, yes, girl, you can see it so much more. All right, so doing a little corner color, and then I would do my regular mascara, and honestly, this look is done. I'm proud of myself. I think it looks good. I like the yellow against the red, against the warm brown. Let's kind of dash a color in there before I zoom by and do my my mascara and call it a day. I'm gonna use a very light yellow, which honestly doesn't come out too pigmented now that I'm looking at it. Might use a different brush. That might be the problem. So, we're gonna use the Naked brush. We'll use the corner side of it, and we are going to use the Sweet Spot, the lightest yellow from the Aha Honey ColourPop collection. And yes, we are going to just bablow that into the corner of my eye. All right. Bablow. All right, cool. When we play with different colors. Bye, I hope you guys enjoyed.